Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Whoa. Oh, woo-wee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 18 coming at ya. Previously recorded from the Buxy Hootie Studios. You got your boy here, Jay Ken. And I it's the start of the episode here. I hope I'm not screwing myself here, but I think, I'm not gonna lie to you, the previous 17 episodes, the sound I'm not gonna sit here and say the sound quality was fantastic. It's not. I've heard a lot of comments about it being quiet, shit in the background. And I do have some cheap equipment I'm working with, but I did watch a video on the YouTube, on how to do some stuff here. Remember, I told you in episode 1, I don't know how to edit. So I watched a video, and I think, hopefully, I was able to figure this out. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the episode when I do my little trick here and see if I can make it sound better. But I read somewhere, if you want your podcast to succeed, sound quality is very, very important. And it's probably why I have tens and tens of listeners instead of thousands upon thousands. I truly thought after 17 episodes that this would be my full-time job already, but apparently this podcast business is a little bit more difficult than I thought. But anyway, episode number 18. 18 episodes, 17 in the can. Recording my 18th. Peyton Manning, two-time Super Bowl winner. Also number 18. I don't know how many of you are NASCAR fans out there. I'm not really a NASCAR fan. Nothing against it, but I don't really watch it. But when I was a kid, we watched it. And my favorite driver was number 18 in the Interstate Batteries car, Bobby Labonte. He used to drive a Pontiac Grand Prix, and back in the late 90s, I always thought Pontiac Grand Prix was a sexy car, and I always wanted a Pontiac Grand Prix, and I never had one. I did have a Pontiac Grand Prix, but it was an older model. And anyway, my wife and I saw one in the parking lot at Texas Roadhouse the other day, and I said, man, that was my favorite car when I was in high school in like 8th grade. And she's like, oh, it's mine too. She said it was mine too. So just another reason why we're soulmates, I guess. But anyway, Bobby Labonte, 2000 Winston Cup champion. He was my favorite driver, and this episode is a little tip to the cap to Bobby Labonte. Joe Gibbs Racing, I believe. Anyway, this weekend we went to Old Texas Roadhouse in honor of MJ's birthday. 6 years old, that little stinker is. 6 years old. You wouldn't think it. You would not think it. If you talk to him, you'd think he's 60 years old. But he's 6. We got him an Alexa for his bedroom. And on my wife's phone, you can look at it, and it'll say like what he's asking Alexa, and and stuff like that. And he's listening to I've told you before, his favorite song right now is "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald" by Gordon Lightfoot and "American Pie," and that's what he's listening to. He's still hooked on that stuff. He's also asking the Alexa a lot of questions about the Titanic. He's an old soul. Tonight I put him down to bed. Instead of reading like Little Red Riding Hood or some bullshit, we read American history. No, world history. I take that back. World history. And so he's grown up to be a good, nice young man. But this weekend we celebrated his birthday. His birthday was on Saturday. And me and him went to Home Depot, and they do like these kids things there where you like once a month you can go there and build something with your kid. So I went there with him, and we built a little what the hell is that called? A fire truck. fire truck. And across the table from me was this old, not old, it was just a woman with her little kid, and they were painting the fire truck, and she was singing the song, and it was just, one of these people that just needs everyone to hear them, and she definitely was one. She was like, painting the fire truck, ooh, 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 ooh. Right? That was the song, and it just kept going. Painting the fire truck, ooh, 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 ooh. Painting the fire truck, ooh, 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 ooh. So I did that 3 times, right? Well, she did it like 67 times. And I was trying to find some. I was like, I need to get some earplugs or something. I was gonna say something a lot more dark. I was gonna say something a lot more dark and gruesome, but I went away from that and went with the earplugs. But anyway, we built that fire truck, and then we went to there was a nature. Well, there's a place where we live called Heckrot. It's like a natural, like a city owns it, I think. It's like trails in the woods. It's a nature park. I don't know what the hell it's called, but we went there and they did this Halloween walk through the woods kind of thing. So he did that for his birthday, and then we went to Texas Roadhouse. And I'll have to tip my cap to him, because we went to Texas Roadhouse, and if you haven't been to Texas Roadhouse on your birthday, you definitely should go, because they have the saddle that you sit on, and then the waitress or waiter will yells at the whole place, and he's like, "Hey everyone, it's MJ's birthday today," and then he in front of the whole restaurant, which she usually is pretty reserved, but he was like, "Yeehaw!" and he was waving his napkin around. He was having a great time. And then on Sunday we had the birthday party. Had it during the Packer game, so it was a Packer/birthday party. And I love, I don't know where you live or what you do, but I love Packer parties. Wish we don't ever have them, but I do enjoy them. I wish we had more of them. But I was thinking, when he was just like, that has to be torture. And I remember when I was a little kid, that's torture when you're a kid and you're waiting for everyone to come over, right? And it's not till 3 p.m, so you have all day of like, hey, Mom, Dad, when are they gonna be here? When are they gonna be here? And it's just and it's like, oh, they'll be here in 2 hours. Well, 2 hours to a kid is like an eternity. You know what I mean? And I remember when I was a little kid, like thinking that same exact thing. Like, when are people gonna be here? When are people gonna be here? And and then they finally show up. But me and my wife and I, were cleaning the house, and that's just, man, you clean the house and then it was, and I was trying to avoid it, but it had to be done. We had to bring the tables up from upstairs, right? We have folding chairs and folding tables, and we had to bring them upstairs for the party. And that's probably the one thing that I saw that on the to-do list, and I was dreading it. And now they're all still upstairs. It's a day later, and I'm just need to take them downstairs. We have them in our garage right now, and I'm surprised my wife hasn't bugged me to take them downstairs, so she wants to probably park in the garage. And I'm just holding out. I'm holding out. I mean, I got to do it eventually, and I don't know what the hell that word. What's that word when you don't do something right away? What is the word? Procrastinate. I try to be more proactive, but the old procrastination just seems to get me. But what are you gonna do? But no, we had the birthday party, and you know what? I kind of took a day off with the old weight loss. I didn't go balls to the wall, but I had a couple cocktails, I had a couple brewskis, I had a piece of cake. Last week I was talking about my grandma's cooking baking rather, both, but baking in this sense. and she made those apple bars. I think I talked about the apple. I know I talked about apple pie last week, but now that was my great grandma that made the apple pie. Now my grandma, um, she says it's the same recipe, but now she makes a double batch and she turns in their apple bars, and you cannot say no to that. So I was mowing those down like they were going out of style, and then she also makes zucchini bars, which I don't know if you know what a zucchini bar is. It's kind of like a brownie, but it's like made with zucchini. The nice thing about it though is there's not chunks of zucchini in it, but they're delicious. And she puts little chocolate chips in there and all that. And my wife made buffalo chicken dip, and lasagna was the main treat, the main meal. And I stepped on the scale this morning, and you know what? I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the number I saw on the scale. I didn't like it, right? But then I knew I said to myself, I got to take it easy today. I took it easy, right? I had an apple and a banana and some broccoli and carrots. Tonight for supper we had a Caesar salad. I grilled some chicken on the old Traeger, and took it easy. Right? Now, tomorrow morning, I'll step on the scale, and hopefully everything will correct itself. We'll see. But my little guy got this present. We were playing with his presents today, and he was playing with. He got this tornado thing. He's into tornadoes. The theme of the party was tornadoes, and which is that's an MJ thing, right? Usually kids have like teenage mutant ninja turtles or anything. But no, what do you want your theme to be? Tornadoes. And when I was a kid, we didn't have no themes for birthdays. We never had any themes. It was just you had a birthday party. But now kids these days have themes, I hope we're not making these kids soft with all these themes and giving them everything they want, all that jazz. But not my kids. My kids are going to be tough. My kids are going to be tough. Darn right. How do you... But the thing is, like, how do you make your kids tough? That's the question. Like nowadays, everything's shut. You can't really do anything. Like you can't make your kids walk to school. You can't, and it's like you want them to go outside and play, but at the same time, it's like every van that drives by. I took MJ again. I picked him up from school. We went to the, I don't know if this is a parent thing or not, but we went to the grocery store. Then on the way out, there was this van next to this old Chevy Astro van. It's all beat to shit, white and rusty and windowless, and it's right next to our car. And as a parent, I'm just like, yeah, that's a sex trafficker. I know for a fact that is a person that's going to steal my kid, and I'm trying to get him in the car as fast as possible. My shopping carts are rolling away, and it's like I can't leave my kid to get the shopping cart, so then it hits a car. So now it's like I get the hell out of here before this guy comes out and sees this big dent in his car. It's just all it's just but what are you going to do, I guess, but that was the weekend, man. That was the weekend. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And then on Monday we went back to work. Back to work to have a gay old time. That was God, getting up, especially yesterday, I had a couple of brewskis, right? So I woke up this morning. I didn't have a hangover, but you definitely feel a little sluggish. And going to work, there's a handful of people that were over yesterday are retired, and I just 36 years old, going to be 37 next year, February. And all I think about is retiring. It's not a way to live. It's not a good way to live. But What are you going to do? So we have a sponsor this week. We got a sponsor this week, ladies and gentlemen. This week's episode number 18, sponsored by Door Handles. That's right, door handles. Invented in 1878, the door handle that you and I know, that you and I have come to love, has been around for over 100 years. Door handles. You can always count on a door handle to get you where you need to be, whether it's a handle, a knob, whatever you're looking for. Fancy, not fancy. You always have door handles. Remember, without a door handle, your door is just a wall. Thank you, Door Handles, for sponsoring this week's episode. To the fine folks over at Door Handles, we appreciate it here at the Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Now we're going to roll into some emails. And ladies and gentlemen, I was kind of looking at the list here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very happy. We have quite a few emails, and I'm just pretty excited that we have all these emails. So 9 of them. 9 emails. So hopefully we can get through all of these. So the first email here is from Mrs. Sarah Shevchenko. Hello, my name is Mrs. Sarah Shevchenko. I came across your contact and noticed we can be of value to each other. I have a proposal that I want to share with you. Your prompt response will be appreciated for more details. Send reply to email Mrs. Sarah Shevchenko at outlook.com. Sincerely, Mrs. Sarah Shevchenko. I feel like this wasn't an email. I feel like Mrs. Sarah Shevchenko is up to no good. I guess we'll delete that one. Okay. So let's 8 emails. 8 emails. All right, email. Oh, our good old buddy Harry Testigles is back. What does Harry have to say this week? The NFL changed their number policy so players, popular players, would change their numbers, and thus sell more jerseys. Corporate greed. Oh, plus if a player does change their number, they have to buy all existing jerseys with the old number that are still in stock. Really? Okay, so last week I was bitching and moaning about the kicker for the Green Bay Packers. His number is 44, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I feel like a kicker should be, a number 1 through 19. That's how I grew up. Call me old-fashioned, but that's what I believe. I'm sticking to it. So thank you, Harry, for with the email that the NFL changed their number policy. Because I remember back in the day when Reggie Bush got drafted to the Saints, I believe. He wanted to be number 5, I think. Reggie Bush. He banged Kim Kardashian. Lucky son of a bitch. Man, how cool would that be? How to have Kim Kardashian as a notch in your belt? I mean, come on. Right? Am I right? Hey, love her or hate her. That's up to you. But I bet she would be a good time. Yeah, he was number 5. So the NFL changed, and he wasn't allowed to be number 5 when he came to the league. So the NFL changed their number policy so players would change their number and thus sell more jerseys. Corporate greed. I've said this from the day one, but I am, and I just corporations, man, they just drive me bonkers. But I feel like you need to have them. I feel like they're a necessary evil. They're a necessary evil, but they are evil. They are evil, and I've said it. I think I've said it before, but like when I see corporations like Amazon and stuff like that, and they go on and they have a commercial like, "Oh, look how great we are! We're gonna be carbon free by 2030. Blah, look how great we are! Blah blah blah." It's like, shut up. Don't care. All right, we have a new email person here. This person looks to be of Indian descent. Um, her name is Anita Hanjab. See what Anita Hanjab has to say. Hi there, Jay Ken. Great podcast. I loved your take on food last week. One has to wonder, do you know the true difference between jelly and jam? Well, I guess I don't know the true difference between jelly and jam. It's just that I know that one is you can spread it very extremely easily on a piece of bread, and I believe that is jam. And the other, jelly, is, well, it's more gelatinous. It's more of like like a gel kind of thing. Jam is my jam, if you will. I don't know the true difference between the two. I do know that preserves. Does jam have chunks in it? Some jams contain seeds, peels, or chunks of fruit, but not always. Jam doesn't necessarily have to be sweet either. Chutney is savory and is often flavored with vinegar and spices. What is the difference between jelly, jam, and preserves? From the www.thepioneerwoman.com. Speaking of canning, the reason... What is jelly? Jelly is what you'll commonly find near the peanut butter at the grocery store. The sweet, fruity spread is made by cooking fruit juice with sugar. Ugh, nope. Sugar, the devil, and acid. Sugar and acid? Oh, God. Helps jelly gel. So it's a gel. Once fruit juice gets cooked down, it's strained to remove any fruit or seeds, leaving you with a smooth, transparent spread free of any solids. Jelly isn't loose like jam and preserves. It's almost gelatin. Yeah, shit. Man, I'm like a genius. I could have wrote this article. It's almost gelatin-like. Grape jelly is a classic. What is jam? Much like jelly, jam is also cooked with sugar and acid. No shit, acid? It's weird. But the difference is that it uses fruit. Oh, what the hell does jelly use? Cooking fruit. Oh, okay, so jelly is fruit juice. Jam uses fruit instead of fruit. Pectin is also... but jams tend to be slightly looser in consistency compared to jellies and have more texture from the addition of fruit. Yes, so I like jam. Preserves. Fruit preserves are a lot like jam, but they're slightly thicker thanks to the addition of large chunks of whole pieces of fruit instead of chopped crust. Yuck. Yeah, preserves suck. Jam is where it's at. Anyway, back to the email. In other news, I don't know if you've heard, they recently started building a fence around the Milwaukee Parkside Cemetery. Word is that it was much needed because of the amount of people that were just dying to get in there. Oh, that's a classic joke, huh? Oh, my God. How many times have you heard your dad say that joke? 50 million? Good one, Anita. Keep up the good work, Anita Hanjab. Well, Anita Hanjab, thank you so much for writing the show. I appreciate it. Hairy testicles again. Okay. This is from Harry. Another email from Harry. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Lou Sassel is taking a shot at me? Oh, yes. Last week, Lou Sassel wrote Harry and kind of dissed him about the tips, his take on tips. So hold the phone. Lou Sassel's taking a shot at me. Let me tell you something, Lou. Your takes suck. Oh, you think more grass and less Cass? How dare you? More Cass, less grass. Okay, so obviously we did a episode, a highly scrutinized episode a few weeks back about taking care of your lawn. Also, I know for a fact that Casadella prefers hairy testicles over a Lou Sassel jokester. All right, now you're taking shots at my wife. Now you're taking shots at my wife, and I don't like it. All right, we have a new email here. Oh boy. Okay. All right. This is from Lou Sasshole's other half. Must be his wife or girlfriend here. Let's see here. Hey there, looking for advice. My husband, so wife. My husband and I have been doing monthly date nights. I'm looking for date ideas other than the old go-to movies and going out to eat. With warm regards, Lou Sasshole's other half. Okay, great question. So my wife and I have been, we don't get out as much as we should, right? Because you have three kids at home, and trying to find a babysitter isn't always the easiest thing in the world. And her parents, my parents, they're doing stuff. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to get out, but you need to. And especially if you have children, because that time, you come home from work and it's the kids, right? My old lady, she's home all day with the kids. It's kids. And then we get them to bed, and I got to come down here and do a podcast for the tens and tens of people that are listening to this. I owe it to you. But it is important to have a date night. And, yeah, going to a movie is classic. Going to the movie is a classic move. Going out to eat, obviously. Going out to eat, probably, you're going to do that. But my wife and I, last date night we went on was a little while ago, a couple months ago, unfortunately. But we did have a great time. And what we did is we went to, here's what I would recommend. Look for like a place to go that's not your normal thing. So we went to this bar/restaurant, downtown Menasha, Wisconsin. It's called, I don't remember what it's called, but they have an upstairs rooftop bar. And we went there, and they had a band there, but it was a jazz band. And that was really cool. And we sat there, and they had like a little fire, and we sat and we listened to this jazz band, which, I mean, that's not something I listen to every single day, but I do appreciate music. And it was a great time. And then we went to another bar where there was a band playing. We watched and listened to a band. And then my wife wanted to surprise me with the last thing of the night. And she wanted to surprise me. So what we did was she blindfolded me in the car with a sweatshirt. And we were driving down the road listening to music because that's, we're music people. And obviously I had the windows down, radio up, right? And I was blindfolded, and we pulled up to this red light, and I couldn't see nothing. But this guy next to me, he's like, yo, man, you okay? She thought I was getting kidnapped. But I gave him the old thumbs up. But anyway, we went to, in Freedom, there's a place called Field of Scenes. And we did go see a movie. Well, actually, that's another story. But it was a outdoor movie, right? Drive-in movie theater. So that's not something you do every single day, but that was a lot of fun. And then, but when we got there, it was already sold out, so we couldn't go. So then we did go out to eat, and we went to Perkins. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things that you can do. Not the same old. Go out and go check out a band. Go and there's a place we went on a date one time where we went go-karting and mini golf. That was a lot of fun, kind of out of the ordinary. And that was a good time. And so there's a lot of things you can do. You just got to put your mind to it. It's one of those things. What I do is when I think of stuff, I write them down, right? Like, you have a lot of good ideas and you just got to write them down. But that mini golf, that was a good time. And go-karting, that's awesome. But then also, where we live, there's a minor league baseball team, the Timber Rattlers. Go to a Timber Rattlers game. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Where you live, the city that you live probably has events going on that you can check out once in a while. I'm sure of it. So there's all sorts of things you can do. You just gotta, think about it. See, the thing about a date night is that I'm a firm believer in planning a date night. yes, they're okay, this is what I'm a big believer in, is writing down ideas with your significant other on things you could do. And then you have your list, right? So then when the time comes, and you can either plan a date night or otherwise when it's spontaneous. That's the best. When it's a spontaneous date night, when it's because that's actually what happened when we went on that date night. It was spontaneous. All of a sudden, it was like nothing going on, and I don't know. I don't remember who babysat that night, but we just made a phone call, and sure shit, someone was able to watch the kids, and we did a spontaneous date night. And spontaneous date nights are I don't know. They're fun because they weren't meant to be. And there was a good time. But that's what I would. There's a couple of things you can do. I would recommend mini golf, go karting, an outdoor movie. Right? You can bring a blanket and maybe, get all cozy under the blanket. All good stuff. All good stuff. But I would definitely sit down, like legit, take the time and like come up with ideas. And I mean, I know I'm a dude, but I go on Pinterest a lot and find ideas. Not for date nights, but like for woodworking and stuff like that. But there's all sorts of stuff on there, so maybe check that out too. This next email is from Squatch Hunter. Hello, Jay Ken. I have recently binged your podcast. Thank you very much, Squatch Hunter, and had a few comments. Ghosts are real, and I have seen them. Okay, you're going way back. I had Castell in the episode 1, and we talked about our ghost. So ghosts are real, and I have seen them. I have never seen a ghost, and I don't know if I believe in them or not, but apparently this guy has. I mean, people have seen ghosts. I know a buddy of mine, his name is Brett. I don't know if Brett listens to the show or not. I haven't talked to him in a while. Oh, when you get older, you just, I don't know. That's sad. You get old, and next time you literally see your friends like once a year. I don't know, it sucks. But anyway, he told me a story once where he was a kid. He was at his aunt and uncle's house, and he saw a ghost sleeping on a bed. It was like an old woman in an old dress, like an old timesy dress from the 1800s, and she sat up and looked right at him. I mean, people have seen ghosts, so I don't know what to tell you. Sasquatch is real, and I have seen them. Okay, Squatch Hunter. Okay. That would be cool if we talked about Sasquatch too on an episode, and that would be cool if Sasquatch was real. I just don't think, who knows? I mean, the woods, there's a lot of wilderness out there. Maybe he is real. I just don't understand why we wouldn't have actually seen him. And you know what? I stand by this, but if you're going to dress up, if you see a Sasquatch, you should be able to shoot him. Shoot him. Why not? Well, he's not, obviously we don't, and if you dress up like Sasquatch and you get shot, that's on you. If I was president, I would make that into law. I would go up on the vice president or the presidential debate, and I would say stuff like that. Trying to lose weight is a bitch. I hope your journey goes better than most. Thank you very much. I enjoyed your lawn episode. Hey, all right. Hope to someday own a lawn to cut. Yes, that's the American dream. The American dream. I also think Christmas lights on homes need to make a comeback. Yes, I've said that too on a previous podcast. I agree 100%. I love Christmas lights. I know I hate putting them up. Obviously it's because it's tough, and that is how I'm going to die. I hope this is going to sound dark, and I kind of hope it's not true, but I do believe I will die by putting Christmas lights on the roof. It's funny how at work we always talk about safety. And then when I come home, I throw it all out the window. And I climb the ladder. I don't tie off to anything. I reach a lot further than I should reach. And And I got a tall house. And it's terrifying putting those goddamn lights up. But I do it for the kids. Tipping is lame. I think the only people who believe tipping is good are the people who have no skills and work the jobs that mainly get tips. Go to a trade school and learn a skill, you lazy bartenders. Whoa. Okay, I need you all to understand that that's not me saying that. That is Squatch Hunter saying that. I'll be honest with you. I think, I think they do a great job. That's a job I wouldn't want to have. Like any of those jobs I wouldn't want to have. When I go to a grocery store, like for example, the person bagging bagging my stuff up, like that's a job I would hate to have that job. That'd be it'd be terrible. So I always give those guys credit. But even like waiters and waitresses, I mean, they do a great job. I will say I don't like it when they don't write my order down, when they do the old memory thing. It's all in their head. I don't like that at all. Just do me a favor, take out your pad, take out your pen, and just pretend to write something down to make me feel better about the experience. And I will be forever grateful. It just always scares me when they don't write the stuff down. Next email here. We just have all sorts of emails here, and I just appreciate it so much. I love reading these emails, and hopefully you're getting something out of it. Good morning, OAG. I am a little behind. I'm a little behind, but I'm listening to the Envy episode right now. When you talk about the wrenches and tools, it made me think of my sad situation. Ugh. I had a dad who was really good with tools and fixing things. Yeah, me too. But would yell when the flashlight wasn't in the right spot. Yeah, me too. Well, I was always and still am so bad with tools to the extent that I struggle to know the difference between a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. Oh, boy. I know what a flathead is because the name says it. Oh, okay, then I guess you do know what it is. But my question is, why does there have to be one named after a person? Is that what Phil is supposed to look like? No wonder I'm confused. So the Phillips screwdriver. Well, first things first. I don't even know why do they even do flatheads anymore? When I go buy screws, I'm not buying a flathead screw. I'm not doing it. I don't understand why in the hell they even make those anymore. They suck. At the very least, I'm buying a Phillips screwdriver. But let me just look this up. One Phillips head screwdriver, Phillips wedge screwdriver. Why is it called a Phillips head screwdriver? Here it is. Let's check it out. Henry Frank Phillips was an American businessman from Portland, Oregon. The Phillips head the Phillips head, quote unquote, crosshead screw and screwdriver are named after him. There you go. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to live years ago. I mean, I like the time that we live, for a lot of reasons. But one reason that what I don't like is that all these people, these inventors from years ago, like, they get all this credit for inventing stuff, but it's like this guy invented a screwdriver that's a goddamn cross instead of a flathead. Like, what's so hard about that? And now he's got this thing named after him for the rest of eternity. The thing is, like, in 2020, what year is it? 2024. It's hard to invent stuff. But you have these people inventing things like a wheel. Like, oh, okay. It can't be that hard to invent a wheel or a Phillips screwdriver. You know what I mean? Does anyone understand what I'm saying here? Like, I'm very envious of inventors from years ago. They invent shit that's like a nail. If I was around back then, I'm pretty sure I would have came up with a nail. If I was in 1889 here, I'm pretty sure after, doing some flathead screws, I'm like, dude, this sucks. I'm gonna make another slot in there. It would have been called the J. Ken screwdriver. But I'll be honest with you. A little tip: if you're gonna buy a screwdriver or screws, not even the Phillips. I always, if I can get them, I go. It's a Torx head. And it looks like a star, and that's the way to go. So if you're listening and you want to buy a screw or a screwdriver for your husband, Torx, Torx, that's what you want. All right, back to the emails here. This email is from Ange, who, aka my mom. Hey, nice episode on budgets. Yeah, a little long, but good info. Okay, thanks. Took me 3 times to listen to the whole episode. Oh, okay. You talked about some questions from the Kamala campaign. That's right, I did. I got serious that episode. I got serious. My question for the listeners is, where is the $25,000 down payment assistance coming from? Taxpayers? But the next thing Kamala says is she's going to have to cut taxes. Put this in a spreadsheet. The numbers don't add up. Yeah, good job using your spreadsheet. Sounds great, but I want to know the plan of where the money is coming from. Does someone know? Yeah, I know. It's coming from the rich people, right? Didn't you listen to the episode? The rich people. The rich people don't pay their fair share, she says. Those greedy assholes. Thing is that what I'm afraid is if she taxes them too much, they're going to say screw ya and leave. That's what I'm afraid of. So I don't know. That's what I'm looking for is how do you get them to pay, quote unquote, their fair share, and then but not have them leave the country. By the way, I hope I didn't crush your self-confidence with my comments about your dull grass episode. No, you did not crush my self-confidence, but thank you for asking. Love ya, J. Ken. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone, seriously, in all honesty, if someone could, I mean, I don't, and hey, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I don't want these rich people getting tax breaks. But the thing is, because I hate rich people. I hate rich people. They're D-bags. Especially their kids. I can't stand them. But the thing is well, everything that I'm reading about it is that he's given the tax cut to corporations, which again, I don't like corporations, but it's not necessarily rich people. Like if you're just a rich guy or woman, you're not going to be in a lower tax bracket or anything like that. It's the corporations that he's given tax cuts to, isn't it? And I think the idea there is that if you give tax cuts to the corporations, more corporations will come to America, and then then you have more jobs, right? And then you have more jobs than people to fill, right? And then the employees can be like, dude, you want me to work for you? I demand a certain wage. I need my weeks off, right? So now working conditions are better. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a stupid podcaster in their basement, sitting here all by myself. Another email from my mom. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a bunch of emails this week, but a lot of them are from the same people. But still, it's fun. I like it. Hey, why aren't you doing your show intro song anymore? I miss it. Thoughts from others? Well, I did my intro song today, but yeah, I did the last 2 weeks I didn't do it. Trying to, I'm only on episode 18. I'm just trying to do different things here. I'm trying to see what works. I finally got a sponsor. So now hopefully I get sponsors every week. This week's sponsor was door handles. So hopefully we can keep that going. Trying to get into my groove still. Takes a while. But yeah, thanks for that you like the intro song. I appreciate it. Maybe I can do something with it and make it more like a better intro with that song. All right, another email here. Hey there. I wanted to challenge you on the hand washing. I had my own. Okay, so a while ago already, that was one of my what the frick do I call it? One of my unordinary opinions. Hand washing. Hey there, I wanted to challenge you on the hand washing. I had my own theories, but wanted scientific backup, so I went down the Google train. Oh boy. Well, from my findings, you're right. Well, look at that. I am right. Who would have thought? Because I'm a gosh darn genius. There is more concern around the things you touch in the bathroom. The more you know. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Proof. Hand washing's overrated. Now, I stand by, if you take a dumper, you should wash your hands. If you're gonna, if you drop a deuce, you should wash your hands. But just a good old fashioned pee, I think it's overrated. And I'll be honest with you, the other day, me and my son, right, I had to take him to the bathroom, and just number one, we both went potty, right, and walked out of there, and there was this guy in there, and he had two daughters in there, which that was uncomfortable. You're at that age where you have to take your kids to the bathroom, but like I have to take my daughters to the men's bathroom too once in a while. My daughter, middle one, and yeah, it's always, and then I always wash her hands because she sits on the shitter, right, and then she puts her hands on the seat and stuff. It's like, don't touch that, I'm holding it, don't have to touch nothing, but she touches everything, and so like, okay, I'm washing your hands for sure. But then there's always, these guys standing in the porta potty taking a leak, or not the porta potty, the fucking what's that called? The urinal. And yeah, it's like, I gotta get her out of here. And me and my son went to the bathroom the other day, and this guy was in there with his two daughters, and sure enough, and he's a little kid, so he always does the whole pull his pants down to his ankles. And these girls are in there, and I'm like, oh, no, oh, God. And then he steps away, and he's trying to pull his pants up, and I'm like, oh, God. His little dinger's hanging out, and I'm like, oh, God. So I ran over there, and I'm helping him pull his pants up before these girls see something they shouldn't see, and it's just, I hate to tell you, but I'm a proponent. I mean, this is a different situation. You have daughters, and you're taking them to the bathroom. You got to take them to the men's bathroom. But I think, yeah, I'm in camp. I am in camp. Have separate bathrooms. I think it's more comfortable that way. But anyway, back to the story. We both went pee, didn't touch anything, and as this guy's washing his kids' hands, A B C D E F G, that whole thing. Me and my boy just walked out. We're like, dude, washing hands are for pussies. We just walked out of there, and he might have judged me, but I don't care, man. I'm over it. And now I got proof from Google. Don't got to worry about it. So thank you very much for writing in and letting me know that. Last email, and it so happens to be about Bigfoot. Are Bigfoot and Sasquatch the same thing? This is another email from Lou Sassel's wife. Lou's other half. Are Bigfoot and Sasquatch the same thing? I believe they are. Are Bigfoot and Sasquatch the same? Because then there's also the abominable snowman. The simple answer is no, they're not. The Bigfoot creature we know from the Pacific Northwest is just another name. So wait, no, hold on a second. And this is from the U.S. Department of Mythical Wildlife. Is this a real thing? The U.S. Department of Mythical Wildlife? No way is this a real life thing. The U.S. Department. We do need, whoever gets frickin' elected needs to get Elon in there to start cleaning house, because if this is actually a U.S. Department, if this is a true thing, I shit you not, I'm on U.S. Department of Mythical Wildlife. That's the website I'm on right now. Yeah, we need Elon in there to start clearing house, baby. This is the Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch, has a killer sense of smell, the best sense of smell of any mythical creature known to the DMW. Yeah, the DMW, the Department of Mythical Wildlife. The one weakness to this sense, the sage and their own close family members via scent, as their odor is just too similar to be easily. So that sounds like they are the same. Term morphed into Sasquatch in Canadian newspapers in the 1920s. The name Bigfoot was coined by the Humboldt Times in the late 50s after a sighting of large footprints. Oh, so Bigfoot. So yeah, it's the same thing. But then there's the abominable snowman, which I think is not the same thing. So, thank you very much for the emails. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. I enjoyed it. This week's episode, The Unordinary Opinion. This week's episode's Unordinary Opinion is massages. Massages. I am a fan of a good old massage, and I think for a long time I would go get a massage, and I wouldn't really tell people I was getting a massage. I feel like getting a massage people think is very not manly or kind of feminine, if you will. But dude, I'm telling you right now, get a massage, and it will change your life. It is amazing. Get an hour massage, and you lay there, right? They got the music going, and I get a sweetest massage. I got a deep tissue massage one time, and oh God, that wasn't really enjoyable. It worked. It worked out the kinks, but it wasn't enjoyable. But sweetest massage is just so soothing and relaxing, and if you haven't gotten a massage and you're gonna get one, I'm gonna tell you right now, because you're gonna wonder, and you're gonna kind of be afraid to ask. Go naked, 100% naked. Everything is off: socks, underwear, everything. It's professional. They put a towel over everything, and it's professional. But you're gonna wanna go naked, and I already did the hard work, and I asked the question. I said, "Is it all right if I do naked?" I said, "Yes." As a matter of fact, I've had a masseuse tell me they prefer if you're naked, because the skin on skin is easier for them to give the massage rather than over clothes. So, in case you were wondering, if you get a massage, it is not weird if you go naked. And I'll tell you what, if for some odd reason you go naked and there's like a thing, and oh my God, you're naked, what the hell are you doing? Dude, that's on them. That's on them. Because I don't think I've ever had a massage where I wasn't naked, to be honest with you. So, if there's one thing that you get out of this episode, is go get yourself a massage. All right? Especially nowadays, stress, anxiety, right? Get yourself a massage. Enjoy your hour. I gotta get a massage. It's been a while since I got a massage. I want to do a 90-minute. So I want to do a 90-minute massage. That's what I want. Oh God, it's the best. God knows my wife ain't giving me a massage, right? So I gotta go. Gotta go hit the streets. This week's song of the week. This one is a song from 2010. Might be a song that you probably don't know. It's from a folk band, but they're inspired by bluegrass. The band is Trampled by Turtles from Duluth, Minnesota, and the song is called Wait So Long. That is the song, Wait So Long. So yeah, bluegrass, folk. I don't want to scare you away from that. It's upbeat. It's upbeat. It's fun. It's upbeat. It's a cool tune. And man, we still have some phenomenal weather going on here. So I'm driving around, windows down, radio up, right? And because I haven't heard the song in a while, and it's like came into my brain because I used to listen to it quite a bit. I went down this like folksy bluesgrass stage one time, and I looked it up, turned it on. It's a great Windows Down, Radio Up song. So this week's episode, this week's song of the week, "Wait So Long" by Trampled by Turtles. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope the sound quality was up to your standards, up to your liking. If you don't mind, please, if whatever you're listening to this on, if you can comment on it. I don't want to get too crazy about it, but I mean, it's kind of fun doing the episodes, and if we can turn the tens and tens into hundreds and hundreds, that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, and maybe I can get some more sponsors. There's a lot of good sponsors out there. Door Handles was very nice this week. Maybe I'm trying to get trees. To sponsor the show. So maybe we get some more likes and comments that can happen. Share the episode if you don't mind. Or if you don't want to, I guess whatever. It's a free country. But hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you next week. Peace.